Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's John RD. And today's video, I'd like to make a reaction sa mga kaganapan dito sa Canada about sa students. And then yung mainit na balita for the past few days, nagkakaroon ng debate sa Parliament Hill dito sa Canada sa Ottawa regarding dun sa birthright citizenship or yung mga nanganganak and nagkaka-baby dito sa Canada na mga temporary residents like yung mga andito as tourists, possible, mga naka-students, naka-work permit, and then automatic na nabibigyan ng Canadian citizenship yung baby. From Omni News, regarding dun sa nag-aral dito couple of years ago, nakahabol siya before magigpit yung rules ng Immigration Canada about sa pag-apply, paghanap ng trabaho.
Ng Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada ang ilang hakbang para bawasan ang bilang ng mga pumapasok na international students sa Canada. Ilang universidad na ang umaaray dahil sa hinaharap na financial pressures sa gitna ng paghihigpit at pagbabawas sa ini-issuing study permits. Inilabas ng Statistics Canada ang mga probinsya at teritoryo na apektado sa mga susunod na taon. Ang report mula kay Rhea Santos.
Taong 2022 nang dumating bilang international student si Mary Joy Nicolas, nakapasok sa isang entry-level position bilang empleyado kinalaunan.
Then nag-undergo ko ng PGWP because the program is eligible for the post-graduation work permit. So pagkatapos ko ng 1 year ko ng PGWP, tinry ko na agad-agad i-file ang aking papers and that is the time bago lahat ng changes dumating. So I was like, I'm so also buti na lang, inagapan ko siya.
2024 nang simulang maramdaman ang mga paghihigpit sa mga polisiya ng immigration. Nagkaroon ng cap sa bilang ng international students na papapasukin. Kaya naman laking pasasalamat daw niya na napaaga ang pagsabak niya sa bansa.
Yung naging timing ko na, medyo I understand it's a little bit challenging, but I can say worth it. Oh my God, thank God I took that risk, take that opportunity to come to Canada.
Sa datos na inilabas ng Statistics Canada Webes, ang mga universidad sa 3 probinsya ang haharap sa mas matinding financial pressure.
Hindi lahat ng nakaka-afford pwede mag-Canada.
Di na ganoon kadami ang inquiries patungong Canada sa kanyang opisina, ayon sa immigration consultant na si Debbie Piandong.
Kasi dati parang ang laging tagline is kapag nag-Canada ka, halos diretso PR, right? There is a good option for permanent residency.
Remember, yung nabanggit nung student na I believe nakapag-process na siya ng papel dito sa Canada. 2022, yun yung katatapos lang ng COVID. Or I think may paunti-unti pang cases. Yung mga andito sa Canada na temporary residents na bigyan ng opportunity na magkaroon or mag-apply ng work permit. And in case nung na-interview dito sa Omni News, dumating siya as international students 2022. And then luckily, after 1 year, before maghigpit, nakapaghanap siya ng trabaho, na-process yung papel niya. 1 year, natapos siya 2023. Start ng 2024, diyan nagigpit yung Canada sa pag-accept and delimit yung dami ng international students as well as yung temporary foreign workers. Unti-unti, tumataas na yung unemployment rate and then nagkulang sa pabahay kaya marami silang binibuild na houses that time. Sobrang dami nung nakapasok sa Canada ng mga international students and then temporary foreign workers. And remember 2023, that time yung nagluwag yung Canada sa mga naka-tourist visa dito sa Canada and inallow sila na makapag-apply and makapag-work dito sa Canada for as long as makahanap sila ng employer na may LMIA and the work permit. And then, nabanggit din yung mga lugar dito sa Canada, provinces, like yung Ontario, Nova Scotia, and British Columbia na maapektuhan nitong changes. Malaking porsyento nung kinikita ng mga colleges and universities galing talaga sa mga students. Kasi dito sa Canada, when I checked this year, yung kung sakali mayroon kang status dito, permanent residents or citizens, mag-try kang mag-inquire ng tuition fees. Yung babayaran ng mga international students 2 times, 3 times yung taas ng fees na babayaran kumpara doon sa mga permanent residents and citizen ng Canada. Even if mag-aral ka ngayon ng doctoral or masteral, hindi guaranteed. Kasi yun lang yung priority para mabigyan ka ng PGWP kapag nag-aral ka dun sa mga fields na yun. Mababa na or talagang tinanggal na yung mga regular na courses or skills para makapag-aral ka sa colleges and universities and hindi ka na mabibigyan ng work permit. Kailangan talaga naka-doctoral or masteral degree. And then, so, ito, yung nangyaring hearing sa Parliament sa Ottawa regarding sa pagdinig ng birthright citizenship.
After a decade of Liberal immigration failure, we need to restore order and fairness to the system. And today there are over 3 million temporary residents in Canada, an unprecedented 7.2% of Canada's population. Wow. There's no plan to get them to leave, and this is straining housing, healthcare, and jobs. Now some temporary residents are exploiting Canada's outdated automatic citizenship rules to try and overstay their visas. Will the minister align with most other countries in the world and require at least one parent to be a citizen or permanent resident to qualify for automatic citizenship?
The Honourable Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Président.
Set up sa Pinas mo mga
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Canada's legislation is clear. Since the end of World War II, if you were born in Canada, you are a Canadian citizen. This government will continue to support a fair and constitutional citizenship framework.
The problem is, for the first time in Canadian history, we have over 3 million temporary residents in the country, and the Liberals are still issuing record level of more temporary resident permits. So now you combine that with the Liberals' broken humanitarian claim system, a protracted appeal system, and their reluctance to deport. What's happening is that most temporary residents effectively stay here indefinitely. Fairness must be restored. Will the minister update our outdated laws and require at least one parent to be a citizen or permanent resident to qualify for automatic citizenship?
The Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The honourable member has her facts wrong. This country and this government will not create a two-tier system, and we will never penalize the children for the children in this country that are born here. Thank you.
Let's start this one as well.
Canada may end birthright citizenship for children of temporary residents. A new immigration debate has emerged in Canada as the Conservative Party proposes ending birthright citizenship for children born to temporary residents. The party argues that citizenship should only be granted if at least one parent is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident. This policy shift, if implemented, could reshape Canada's long-standing inclusive approach to citizenship.
Okay. Yung progressive conservative, they want to implement para dun sa mga permanent residents or citizens na nanganganak dito sa Canada. Tinututulan ng Liberal Party, which is yung current na namumuno ngayon dito sa Canada na Prime Minister. Kasi currently, nasa batas ng Canada, it doesn't matter kung may status ka for as long as andito ka sa Canada, kahit temporary residents, students, foreign workers, naka-tourist visa, naka-visit visa, or naka-under ng refugees. If dito ka manganak, automatic mabibigyan ng or entitled ng citizenship yung baby mo. And then, against naman sa progressive conservative, they want to change the law. Ibigay lang yung citizenship sa baby ng mga may mga status. Again, which is permanent residents and yung citizen na andito sa Canada. Because they want to align yung rules from other country like UK, Australia, New Zealand na may stricter rules. And one more point, gustong i-align ng Progressive Conservative Party yung status ng current economy sa Canada. Sobrang dami ng temporary residents dito sa Canada. And tingin nila walang malinaw na aksyon na ginagawa yung Liberal Party, kaya nga nagkaroon ng paglobo sa dami ng students dito, foreign workers, and now hindi na nila matrack. And imagine kung lahat yon or halos lahat sa current status or economy ng Canada mabubuntis dito, so magkakaroon ng problema sa social services like yung healthcare, which is nangyayari na nga, kakulangan sa doctor and then facilities ng hospitals. That's it for today's vlog, mga kababayan. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please like and share and for more videos.